folks, we're back. This is Steve Sands and Stephanie Phillips with another episode of Veterans in Politics. Today, our guest is going to be Joey Charafi, candidate for Clark County Commission, District Number F. But before we get to Ms. Charafi and Ms. Phillips, I just want to wish everybody a happy, Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah. I believe Hanukkah was done yesterday. Happy Hanukkah and Merry Christmas to everybody, and Kwanzaa and Feliz Navidad and whatever your language is. Happy and merry to you. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas. You Republicans that don't want to say happy holidays, Merry Christmas to you. You Democrats that don't want to say Merry Christmas, happy holidays to you. Thank you very much. Ms. Phillips.
Thanks. Thanks for joining us, everybody. And thank you to our sponsors. We have Dr. Ari Nagy. He's running for Congressional District 3. His website is nagyforcongress.com, and that's FOR, nagyforcongress.com. Get in touch with him and check out his platform. We also have Henderson's mayor, Michelle Romero. She's running for re-election. Her website is votemichelleromero.com. votemichelleromero.com. Get in touch with her. And also we have Cody K. Whipple. He's running for Congressional District 4. His website is codykforcongress.com, and that's the number 4. codykforcongress.com. Get in touch with him and get on his platform or see what his platform is all about. Also, don't forget to grab your copy of Steve's book, How to Navigate Nevada's Family Court System. If you are a family court litigant and you don't have an attorney and you can't afford one, this book is a self-help book, and it will help you navigate that system. You can get a copy on Amazon. It is $14.99, so grab your copy. Also, we have a merch store. It's VIPImerch.com, VIPImerch.com. We have all kinds of fun things on there for you to check out. And don't forget to grab your tickets to the Valentine's Ball. We have early bird tickets on sale till December 31st, and then the price goes up to regular price. So you're going to want to save some money and grab those tickets. The link to get tickets is on veteransinpolitics.org.
.org.
.org, guys. So go on there and grab your tickets early and save some money. We look forward to seeing you. It's going to be on February 7th of 2026 at the Suncoast Hotel and Casino. And I don't have a rant. I just wanted to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And I hope everyone has a safe holiday and a great holiday with your families.
Well, thank you for that. Merry Christmas to you too, Ms. Phillips.
Thank you so much. And I meant to wear the ugly sweater. Remember we talked about that, and I forgot about that. So
why?
I don't know. Too much going on, I guess. So
okay. And your kid's in town.
My son is here from Fort Bragg. Yes, it's good. Glad he's home. Him and his wife. Newlyweds.
Why?
I know.
Your Christmas presents probably doubled now.
It's okay.
Because you got to get for your son's in-laws.
That's all right.
Mother-in-law, father-in-law.
I always have though.
Yeah. Oh, you always?
Yeah, they've been dating 5 years.
Okay.
And now just newly married.
Does she have to change her name?
No.
Oh my God.
Forever.
Find another Phillips?
She was a Phillips. And
believe that, Mark? Find another
Forever Phillips.
Forever Phillips. All right.
Hello to all the Phillips out there.
Mr. Charafi?
That's it.
Did I get it?
Yes, sir.
Good, sir. How you doing? Thank you for coming on the show.
Doing well. Thank you for your service.
Thank you so much. Could you give us a background? Started at the age of 2.
Yeah, 2. I came from Colorado to Vegas when I was 5. Grew up here, was educated here.
Okay.
Majored in digital film and video production. So bachelor's in science and technology. Worked in marketing.
No wonder why you have all those great videos.
Thank you.
Did a great job on them.
Thank you. I worked in movies and TV for a long time, and kind of learned my skill from all that, my leadership skills, and being able to pull things together from the bootstraps, and on a low budget, be able to produce like high quality stuff. And I think that jumped over to leadership projects and community endeavors as well. So I was able to kind of just convince people like what my vision was, and be able to move forward with hopefully helping people. We created a feature film called Vegas Traffic that is about 2 cops who are trying to find a little girl who got kidnapped, and their clues lead them down a sinister path that leads them to break open this giant child trafficking ring run by Satanists.
Wow.
And it's like got action in it. We got gunplay. It's emotional. It's in film festival circuits right now.
Wow.
And yeah, we're still looking for distribution on it. And, you know, I've done music videos, documentaries. A father. I have a 14-year-old son, Lucas.
Want to give him a shout out?
Luke, what up, buddy? Love you.
Is he watching?
I hope
Does he
so.
know?
I hope so.
Okay.
I know he had some stuff going on tonight, so I'm sure he'll watch it later though. And yeah, what else? I don't know. My mom was a single parent for a long time, and she showed me what hard work was and how much she really cared about me and the people that she served. She was a massage therapist, so she healed a lot of people with her hands, and also she was a really good.
She did
chatter.
Reiki.
She, you know, maybe on some level, because she did talk about like energy healing.
Reiki.
But she was Christian though, Catholic. So I don't know how that mixed in with her beliefs, but I know she did do energy work for sure.
Okay.
She would talk about that.
I'd like to know what's the science behind that Reiki thing, because some people swear by it. I want to know if they could
Yeah.
pull out the bad stuff out of you.
Yeah, maybe it has something to do with like intention and quantum mechanics on some level, maybe. And I'm Christian. I know that they say that we were not supposed to mess with that kind of stuff.
They call it witchcraft, right?
Divination, stuff like that. Yeah. So I'm not too versed on the Reiki world.
I like to know a little bit more about it, because I got people that are saying, yeah, oh my God, yes, oh, touched by the hands of God.
Yeah.
But you know, I just want to know for sure.
Yeah. My friend Trent and his dad, they were really heavy into Reiki, and they swear by it. So
okay.
I had an ex-girlfriend that was kind of like into that kind of stuff, and
okay.
I guess it was okay. I never got hurt by it or anything.
So
that I know of.
Mr. Charafi, this is your Charafi, right?
Yeah, Charafi.
This is sometimes I say it and it just sounds to me like I'm saying it wrong for some reason.
Yeah, no, you got it.
All right, I got it down. So if I mess up, you gotta give me a pass.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay. This is your first run.
Yeah.
For public office.
Yep.
You've never ran before.
No, I didn't really want to be in politics, to be honest.
And what inspired you? What ignited you? What enlightened you?
Well,
Who talked to you?
God, Jesus.
That's what everybody tells me.
Yeah, we made this movie about child trafficking, and we did a lot of research. I wrote the script, and I found out that we're second highest for child trafficking exploitation in the United States.
Was that based on a true story?
Multiple. It's based on multiple stories that we kind of mixed in and took some creative liberties, but it's a story that happens consistently.
Oh yeah,
especially in our city.
Right.
So I found out that we were, so high on the list, and it really made me sick. I had seen a movie called Sound of Freedom, which is really great. I would suggest
I saw that
seeing
movie. Yeah.
Based on a true story.
Right.
And I was like, man, what can I do? I'm a filmmaker, so like, what am I going to be able to do? And so I was like, you know what? I'm ready to make a feature. We've done a lot of shorts. We've done a lot of pilots. And I was like, we can do them on lower budgets, but yet they still look really good. Like people have told us they look like multi-million-dollar projects. So I'm like, why don't we just do a feature? That led me down writing a book and a script. And then that led us to open up a foundation called Stop the Traffic Foundation, which I'm the president of. And our whole thing is we're geared towards ending child exploitation, prostitution in Las Vegas and Nevada, and then hopefully West Coast, hopefully in the whole United States, and maybe further. So I had I thought about running for 85, and I had some powerful people in the conservative political group kind of steer me away from that.
Who are these powerful people?
And who's in 85 right now?
Yeah, because
Chapman and
hold on.
Nguyen is how you say it?
Because me and Miss Phillips are the two powerful people.
You didn't
We want to know.
us.
You didn't come to us, so we
I
want to
didn't know
know
you guys.
who the heck did you go to that's powerful?
I don't know if I want to say their names, but they're two
Yeah,
pretty
don't, because
powerful
you'll
Asian
give 'em-
older women.
Two powerful Asians.
Oh, you can't feed their ego like this. I know who you're talking
They're
about.
the master. They're the master.
They think so.
You're talking
They
about
think they are.
Conservative.
Yeah.
Did
No,
Bruce
they think
Lee
they
have
are.
a daughter? Did Bruce Lee have a daughter? I need to know. Bruce Lee had a daughter.
Yeah. So self-proclaimed powerful women of the
Self-proclaimed powerful women.
They
steer
like-
me away. Everybody has their own people that they're trying to push in.
Right,
And
of course.
I'm new to this whole thing,
Hey,
so
hey,
like I'm like I didn't know
As long as you're somebody's people, that's all that matters. Somebody's people
Poor
in you.
Joe.
I agree.
Somebody's people. Please
and,
continue.
And so I was like, okay, well, maybe I'll just sit this cycle out and I'll just help with marketing and kind of learn the ropes and stuff like that.
Go behind the cameras.
Yeah, exactly.
Yell, cut.
Yeah, we helped build,
Director.
do like a debate, which was cool. You know, we kind of learned a little bit about, strategy and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had a bit of a falling out with them.
Did you now?
I mean, I think we're okay
Tell
with
tell
one
us about
side
that.
of this.
Tell us about this.
Tell us
fall
about
now, 'cause
that.
There's a lot of that going on. Me and Miss Phyllis, we had a 5-minute falling out last week.
I don't know if we really do. We want to get into that hardcore. Okay, I'm not going to name names.
You don't
But
have
I'll
to
say
name
this.
names. We know who you're talking
I'll
about.
say
That's all
this.
that matters. Go ahead.
A pastor in the conservative group
Praise the
that I'm a
Lord.
part of
Uh-huh.
was talking about. He was preaching genocide
Oh boy,
Oh.
for Palestine and Israel. Now,
Ooh.
coming from
a pastor
Ashkenazi,
is preaching that.
Sephardic Jewish background,
Right. Yikes.
I still think genocide on either side of the market, the wall, is wrong.
Of course.
Right?
Of
And
course.
so I'm part of. We're trying to stop the traffic, which means we care about kids.
Genocide with any nation is bad, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so I had questioned him on it. I was actually okay. We'll break it down. Let's break it down. Let's break it down.
Where did the cowboy hat come from?
Colorado,
Okay.
baling hay when I was every summer, pretty much. Riding horses. I haven't ridden in like a year, but we're
So
supposed
you
to go
grew
to
up in the
Whipple's
country.
ranch and supposed to ride some.
Oh, it's great up
ride
there.
some
You're
horses.
not part of the rodeo federation that was out here last week?
No, I'm not.
Do you hang out with Cody Whipple? He's a
We're
rodeo
going to do some work together.
Oh, beautiful.
Nice.
Yeah, I really support him. I think
Hey,
what he's
Cody.
doing is a great job.
Yeah. Good
Mhm.
job. Yeah.
And so I called this pastor out. I
You're
was
still in your bio, though, right?
How
No,
are
we moved
I
on.
guess kind
Oh,
of.
did
No,
we
we
move
moved.
on?
Yeah, we moved on. We're at the pastor now.
So we
Let the man talk.
So I confronted him, and I was on the for a month. Charlie Kirk was my boss. I was on the board for TPU Faith for a month,
Wow.
and then I confronted this pastor.
Okay.
I did it privately first, and then I did it publicly.
Okay.
I pulled a video that he had on his YouTube of him saying what he was saying, right? So people weren't just like saying I was lying.
Mm-hmm.
So I brought it up to a few of like the people I needed to bring it up to, and they pretty much all originally agreed with me, and they were like, "Yeah, this is crazy. This is not cool." And then like a day later, they were all like, "Yeah, we got to distance ourselves from you. This is like pretty bad. Like you shouldn't have been putting this on public and stuff." And so I got a lot of heat for like 3 or 4 months. It was like I was on the outside. I was the black sheep.
How long ago was this?
This was like in he died on September 10th,
September,
right?
yeah.
So it would have been right out like a week after that,
Okay.
right? And then
Okay.
for like a couple months.
I've had people running for me for years, so don't worry about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. A couple weeks ain't bad.
So so I mean, I confronted him on that, and then I kind of like I apologized in a way just to kind of do peace, But I still stand on it. I'll do a public debate with them anytime, any day, anywhere, and I'll ask them exactly what their intentions were for saying that. Well, sometimes genocide is how things need to be handled. I mean, that's how it was in the Old Testament. God said that He needed to wipe out the people from the land of the sea.
You're talking about
I'm like, bro,
Noah's
like-
Ark and all that?
Was he talking about
he's
like
talking
them
Old Testament.
killing terrorists?
Like
Or is he talking about
the Amobites, the Philistines, the
who bites?
the Amabite, the Amobites.
What is that?
That's an older civilization that was around Israel back in.
Did they look like us?
Yeah, I mean they're humans
Okay.
for sure. I mean, and they look
And they call them
definitely. We were
Ammonites? Have you ever heard
the Amobites, the Ammonites. Maybe it's Ammonites,
Moabites?
Yeah.
right? You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we need to bring
There we
Mark
go.
over here.
There we
Come
go,
on,
Mark.
grab a
Thanks,
chair.
Mark.
Yeah, we need Pastor Mark in here. No,
Pastor Mark.
So I was just against the genocide thing, and to move past that, we needed to make peace and kind of move forward. I, made friends with on my board is a prominent member of Gen Z for TPU, and he's just a great guy. I'll give him a shout out, Marlon Medina. He's really great.
Okay.
And there was a lot of reconciliation going on, I think, through that relationship. with TPU and the leaders and stuff for that.
What was the original question? Because I'm so lost.
Why he's running?
Okay.
How we got off on 85,
And that was my question,
Thank
right?
on
you,
85.
thank you, Matt. Winter
Or 88.
It's Brittany Miller for
80
85. That's,
88.
Oh, I thought
is
you
where I
said
was going.
85.
No, 88.
No, you said 88.
Oh, sorry.
85 is Brittany Miller.
Okay, Matt, give us 88. Who's sitting in that
88
one?
is, well, no, it's Dan Nguyen is his name. Nguyen. He's like Filipino.
Oh, wait. Oh, I
Yeah,
don't think I know who
Yeah,
that is.
he'll be an incumbent, I believe. And then Kelly Chapman was the one that was running.
Oh, okay. Is
And
she
that was-
running again this time?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
I think so. But yeah, they were like, you shouldn't run for 88. Blah, blah, blah. And so
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I'll try to learn the marketing stuff. Then I went to Washington with the Nevada Hispanic Business Group. Shout out to Laura Nowlin.
They thought you were Hispanic, didn't they?
Well, no, I mean, as soon as I got there, I already told them. I was like, North African. But also Hispanic is
What
Arabic.
did you say you?
North African.
North Africa.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Yeah,
what
Morocco.
countries are those?
Morocco, Egypt.
Egypt.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought Egypt was in the Middle East, no?
No, it's in
Not
Africa.
even, it's not even part of
By the Red Sea, man.
Not
Red
even,
Sea?
not even part.
Not really, no.
Oh, okay.
I'm
mean,
gonna
you could
buy
say
you.
it.
I'm gonna.
It's Mediterranean.
Somebody give me a
I'm gonna
globe.
buy you a world map.
I don't even know where I'm at sometimes.
Oh my
Yeah, no,
God.
straight up, yeah. So Africa, but also I've got lineage that's Nigerian and Senegalese and
Okay.
Mauritanian. So,
All right. You seem like an educated guy.
Thank you.
What type of degree do you have?
I got a bachelor's degree in science and technology.
Okay.
So I'm a film major, but I also write.
Okay.
So, and I
Alright.
love history
Oh,
and
beautiful.
geography and stuff like that. So
Okay.
yeah, love architecture.
So why are you running? Did we get to that?
I'm about to get to
You
it. I
keep
promise you.
interrupting the poor
Okay,
guy.
so-
You know, Christmas is what?
let him
2
talk.
days. I'm just trying to have fun with this
I
one.
know.
Perfect. I love it.
Just
The Christmas.
Oh,
show.
you watched the last show. Oh my God, I'm gonna go crazy. Last show for the 2025 year. Oh, that's gonna be a good show.
Oh, we got 2 next week, guys, on Tuesday. Let's see. Okay. Oh, there he is. Thank you, Matt.
Yeah.
Appreciate 80.
Joy.
Oh,
Win.
I don't know how to
Win.
pronounce it. I know
Yeah.
it's Win. Yeah.
Yeah.
Democrat as well.
I always thought it was Nugent. I saw it.
Yeah, it's Win. Yeah, they
Thank you,
pronounce
Mr.
it Win.
Winterhawk, running for governor.
Thank
up there. I know
you.
are.
Gubernatorial candidate.
Winterhawk is
Winterhawk.
always on it, man. This guy.
I know. I love it. Thanks, Matt.
So
He had a show, so let's not talk about him anymore.
So 88, I go to Washington, Nevada Hispanic Business Group, and we talked to Susie Lee. We talked to Horsford staffers. We talked to Cortez Mastos staffers, Dina Titus staffers.
Wow.
Don't you just hate talking to staffers?
Did you
Yeah.
talk to Amadeus?
Amadeus staffers.
Staffers.
Who else am I missing? Jackie
Governor,
Rosen.
Staffers.
Jackie Rosen.
Staffers, yeah.
When you call me, you don't talk to no staffer.
I mean, that's what they gave you. It was also on the shutdown too, so there was like not a lot of people there. But the one that was there was Democrat Susie Lee, and she was a big proponent of ending child trafficking. So whether she's Democrat or not, like it's
that's
really great to have.
Absolutely.
To have that. So I went there and I had this really amazing experience in Washington. Never been to Washington before, and DC, and I was just praying about it because I was like, that was on my heart to run because no candidates will run on child safety, child trafficking.
Why is that? She did.
Because people will say you can't win. It's an unwinnable
She ran on
platform
it.
to run for.
Maybe that's why.
That was
They
one of the
don't.
things.
For some reason, it's taboo, right? And this is what both of the two strong, self-proclaimed strong Asian women in the conservative party would say. Right? Yeah. Seriously, they're like, you can't run on that. It's unwinnable. And so I said, well, you know what? If you have God in it, I believe that anything can happen.
True.
And so
True that.
I was like, you know what, God, if you want me to, Jesus, if you want me to run, I will do it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Isaiah 6. I'll do it. But I can't do it alone. I won't do it alone. I don't really want to be in politics. I'll just make my movies and be fine.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, if you want me to, then you need to really let me know. You need to make it a big, clear neon sign. Like, I want you to
That's
run.
what I tell him.
Right?
Yeah. Right.
But is it true AI is making movies now? They don't need
There's
actors
tons-
anymore.
Well, they still need actors. But there's
For what? What do you
ton-
need actors for?
Emotional resonance. Like, there's something you can't recreate with the computer. Like, you need a soul in front of the camera.
Oh man, I've been looking at some of these AI actors. They look pretty good to me.
Look good. But you got to feel it.
They don't have no feelings.
No, it's not the same.
Okay.
the
You can have
man
them.
the man was talking about God.
Oh, I'm so
and
sorry.
then we buzzed into AI and movies. Okay, go back.
Yeah. So I was like, I will do this, but you have to open the doors for me. I will only do this if you open the doors. And he had told me consistently in my prayers, he's like, I want you to do it, and I want you to do commissioner. I was like, dang, that's crazy. I don't even know what a commissioner does, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I had to learn and see what it was. And then he kept opening doors. And so I kept walking through.
Mm-hmm.
And that was my promise. And so commissioner, it makes a big deal because it pisses me off a little bit, to be honest, that some people say, yeah, but commissioner, you can't really do anything about child trafficking as commissioner. And I really like what JFK said, Democrat or not, if you limit yourself by your title, then you limit what you can do for your country, what you can do for your county, what you can do for your city.
So what is your political party?
I'm a Republican.
Okay.
But I've been an independent for probably my whole adult voting.
Okay.
Right? But I tend to vote conservative. Just because that's more of my morals and, the nuclear family and family and smaller government.
Small government, strong military.
Yeah.
I want to fly my guns.
Economics, you know what I mean? And so I was like, I feel like the Republican Party needs to be where I make my home.
Okay, so you're running for County Commission District F.
That's right.
So do you support let me just rephrase this. Should commissioners meet with developers and private donors before they come before the county?
Should they meet with them?
Yes.
I think they can meet with whoever they want, but they need to stay open with any deals that they make.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Backroom deals and stuff that needs to go away.
Okay.
And we have an idea of how to make that happen.
How's that?
So the first thing I would do is we would build a direct digital interface. They have one now, but it is super complicated to work and it only gets refreshed every 9 months. What we would do is we would focus on an app or some sort of website or both that anybody in the county could log into 24 hours a day, and they'd be able to see exactly what contracts are out there for the county. And maybe other counties will adopt it, but we'll focus on F specifically and then show them how successful it is. And then probably the whole state will get on board. The problem is that the budget is so backed up and tied up and rearranged, and they throw things everywhere so that they can hide it. And then by the end of the year, when they need to refresh and show people, it's out there, but a very milked down version of it. So what I propose is that we do 24 hours, 7 days a week. The budget is available. It's accountable. It's public. People can see who are getting the county contracts to who and how long they're getting them for.
And who bid on them.
For one thing that makes me super mad is that our small businesses don't get a chance to actually get into the mix because of these backdoor deals, because they're rubbing elbows with their friends and they're giving the contracts that are supposed to be public. Yes, they're public. They're out there publicly, but people can't find them. And then they don't even need to give them to the different people. They just give them to their friends, their elite friends. So what I think is that people should know who are getting these contracts, easy, how long they're getting the contracts for, how much they're for, and what are they doing. And we refresh it every 24 hours. So it's updated. Now, if we're in a deficit, start there. Okay, that's fine. Maybe they're embarrassed because, well, we're negative here, we're negative there. Well, you know what? Let's start in the negative. That way we can, I don't know if you ever seen Dave. You ever seen Dave, a movie with Kevin Kline? He brings in his friend who's an accountant, like kind of just public accountant, whatever. He brings him in because he wants to save a children's shelter, right? And so he brings in his other friend that's outside of Washington. They start working the books, and then they start saving money. I think that's the idea that we need to do, is that we need to bring accountability to the budget. We need to bring transparency. And I'll call this out now. I don't see any of my opponents, Albert Mack right now and Heidi Kasama, that are in the GOP primary. No one's talking about what their issues are. No one's talking about what they're going to do. They've been hiding. I challenge them to a debate, and I will challenge them every month until they either say no publicly or until I have to do a debate myself with 2 empty chairs. Like, if you really want to run, then come and talk about it publicly and tell the public, because they deserve it. This great state of Nevada and these great people in this community deserve to hear what you're going to do for them.
So I take it that you support stronger disclosure rules for lobbyists, developers, and campaign donors?
Absolutely. Throw it out all on the table. How much did you get? How much did you put in your pocket? How much you giving back to the community?
Don't you think that it's kind of like when attorneys donate to judges, to their campaigns, and developers donate, to commissioners, city council,
Casinos.
Casinos, all of that. So if you get, would you take money from developers? How do you feel about that?
I think that people have the right to donate to who people that they feel deserves the seat.
Mm-hmm.
However, you need to be open and honest about who you took money from. Mm-hmm. And guess what? If there's an open, transparent budget and all the money that you got from these people are the ones that you're giving the contracts to, the public's going to see that, and you're not going to last long. Mm-hmm. So I say yes. Okay, if people want to donate to your cause, I'm not going to necessarily deny it unless it's certain money from like foreign countries. I'm not down for any of that.
Yeah.
But you need to be accountable. That's why that transparent budget is going to be a huge part of it, because you can't hide behind the fake numbers anymore.
Yeah.
And you can't put it into a private offshore account either. Like if you're going to take money from them, it has to be open, has to be honest. People need to know, okay, yeah, you took some money.
Well, it's supposed to be, everyone reports what they get and who it's from. And
yeah, it's supposed to.
Yeah, it's supposed to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you believe that these sidewalks should be ADA compliant?
I mean, yeah.
Let me tell you what's happening.
Yeah.
You ready? So me and Ms. Phillips there, we went on a cruise around District F. And what we saw is trees are buffing up the sidewalks. Mm-hmm. So if you're in a wheelchair, it's hard to go over because of the bumps with the roots underneath the trees.
Mm-hmm. It lifts the slab.
Lifts it up.
You saw the video.
Some of the sidewalks are too narrow. You can't even have a wheelchair on there because part of it's probably going to fall off the sidewalk. Mm-hmm. And then there are these. What else is out there, Ms. Phillips? These new restaurants popping up in tents, like a roach coach or mobile coach, and sits right on the sidewalk, and you have this much space to walk. So how could you even roll a wheelchair across it? So do you believe that these sidewalks in District F, or in the county for that matter, are ADA compliant?
I feel like there's a lot of places that we're failing. The great people, the elderly people, the people that are handy able. And I think we need to step up hardcore. I mean, these kids trying to go to school, like think about this too. It's not just elderly handicapped people. It is children too. Mm-hmm. Like what if they've been into an accident and they need to take their wheelchair home and they're not used to that? They're going to have to go off the curb, maybe
into the street,
maybe get hit by a car, or like be in that position where they are going to be vulnerable. When really it is up to us to be able to spend the money in the right places, and I think that's a big problem, is that they say that we don't have enough money. We don't know, we're spending all this money on different things like F1 and all these different things, but yet we can't fix our sidewalks.
And that's the thing about F1. Why do they keep taking it down and putting it up? Why don't they just get a racing area and
why don't they go to the speedway
to drive around
there
instead of messing with all these businesses? Because if you have and you block it off, you can't even. People don't come to Vegas to see a blocked off overpass. What's that called?
Walkway, a bridge.
Walkway. They want to see Vegas, and when F1 is here, it's all, or F5.
F1. It's
F1.
It's a pain.
Yeah, it's all blackened. Why can't they just build a speedway and be done?
Well, we have a speedway.
What do you think?
Well, I think it's baloney, to be honest. I really think that it's, and I might get into trouble saying something like this, but the casinos have a huge interest in something like F1 because it brings in huge amounts of people. Mm-hmm. But also think about it this way. F1, FIFA, the Super Bowl, all these things, large conventions bring in high numbers of billionaires, millionaires who have degraded needs to have relationships with minors.
Yeah.
Well, couldn't we
so think about that. That's just on that one level. But then also it interrupts the local, like the drivers, the people who go to work. It causes them to be late. It causes them to have to stay places overnight because they can't even get out if they don't get out in enough time.
Can't they have an F1 that the casinos could be interested in without jeopardizing other people's business and other people's freedom?
They could, but it might take them
They don't
more creativity, and it might cost them a little bit more money.
You don't see the MMA ring right in the middle of Las Vegas Boulevard, do you?
It's the idea that you're able
people still come
to hang out and drink and party and casino and then go outside and you see this giant race. Like I get it. I've worked for one of the major casinos on the Strip. So I get it. It brings in a lot of money for the casinos, but it doesn't bring in a lot of money for the people who are working. Mm-hmm. And that's the big thing with education, man, is that they're training people to become casino workers. Like when you work in Vegas, people think to work for a casino is the biggest, best job that you could ever get. You know what I mean? And we need to change that because education is 48th out of 50 states in the United States. It's that low. Because we're not trying to focus on making our kids doctors, lawyers, great educators, scholars, you know what I mean? Electricians, plumbers, like things we need. Yeah. They're focused on becoming hospitality workers. And then what happens when the tourism drops? The first companies to drop people are casinos. Mm-hmm. So what I propose is that we need to build our businesses out. We need to build our small businesses and give them cut the red tape and allow them to be able to thrive so that they can hire more people long term. Because that's the way you're going to build a better community. And these casinos, yes, they could have an F1 race that is, it still looks great. You could do it out in the desert, light it all up in the desert and have a great, cool desert race. People can still party here and do what they need to do without disturbing the commercial factor for the locals. But Vegas's tourism is on the down because of a lot of federal things that are happening. And a lot of people don't want to come here and spend their money because they don't have it. They're trying to make their families better. And they don't want to come here and spend the gross amount of money it costs in order to have a dinner here, go to a show here, have drinks here, park here, because it's been so inflated.
Yeah, the casinos have hurt themselves, especially with the locals. When I went to Mandalay Bay last and some of these other places, the parking, just the parking alone is absolutely ridiculous. They have shot themselves in the foot,
It's greed.
And yeah, it is greed. And I hope that a lot of them hear this because a lot of locals feel this way and don't want to go down there anymore because it's a complete ripoff. And all they have to do is look at their prices. And that's why people don't do those quick weekends anymore because you can't afford it anymore. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not affordable.
United States in general is struggling to stay above water. People have to have 2 or 3 jobs just to make ends meet, mm-hmm. And that's a failure on the federal level.
So we know homelessness is a major problem here. Remember Ms. Phillips, we went and fed the homeless, was it Sunday? Saturday? And about 300 bags, was it, that we gave out? Yeah. That was just this weekend. And then a lot of elected don't like people feeding the homeless because they figured that they would just be satisfied and stay homeless. They won't seek other help. What do you think about that? Should we continue to feed the homeless, or would that create more homeless? If we continue to feed the homeless, mm-hmm. should we not feed the homeless at all? And that's one way of getting them off the street? Right. Or should we build some type of facility for the homeless, or is it just a lost cause?
No,
is mental illness more of the problem than anything else?
We need to help support the homeless. Like that's what America was built on, is helping the needy, helping the people that need a lift up. A lot of these people are put into situations where they abuse substances, and where they do have mental health issues, and there needs to be help for them. Now, we need to cross that with why we need to get the budget.
What kind of help is that as a county commissioner?
Honestly, I think they need rehabilitation centers. They need places where they can go because the shelters could be very dangerous and sometimes they don't have beds enough for them. But also the big problem here is homeless children. Yeah. That is a big part of who I am, is to try to protect the children because children become adults.
And how have you done that?
Well, with Stop the Traffic Foundation, we work with a number of organizations that help support these kids. Mm-hmm. And right now, our biggest initiative right now is to help expand the Safe Place. So through NPHY, the Nevada Partnership for Homeless Youth, they're doing some great work out here. And they are the leasers for the Southern Nevada version chapter of Safe Place. Mm-hmm. I'm sure you've probably seen this decal in some terrible Herps gas stations. where kids can go there when they're either bullied or they're being abused by their parent or step-parents or foster kids, if they're homeless, and they will literally give them a phone, a safe place to be, give them a phone, and they will be able to call NPHY.
That's awesome.
And they'll be able to actually get a response unit out there. And they're pretty much counselors on wheels. And they go out and they assess the situation. And if they have to call Metro, they will. If they can take them to a shelter, which is a big problem too, is that there's not a lot of beds for these kids, to be able to, what they call flex beds. So that allows them to stay there overnight, allows them to assess the situation, get them where they need to go. And then again, CPS they're doing great work, but they're not getting the support they need. And there's some accountability that needs to happen there, because I think there's some stuff that's slipping through the cracks there, right? There are some good people there, but then there's also not so good people.
There are some terrible people there that lie, and they are not doing a good job.
Vindictive?
Yes, vindictive. CPS, DCFS, these agencies, Hatton Child Haven, they have their issues, serious issues. And we have talked to the commissioners and about oversight, policy change, auditing these people, seeing what really is going on in these agencies. And I know that there are kids, that they save and rescue and get out of terrible situations. But
there's good people doing good work, but they need more support and oversight and accountability.
There are some people that overstep, they abuse their power. And this is something, if you are sitting in that District F seat, I am in District F, you know this. That is something that I will watch, and I will be in touch with you, frequently on that these things are being overseen, and that there is some accountability there, because these families are suffering at the hands of CPS a lot of times.
Absolutely.
And it is very unfair.
I agree. There needs to be accountability there, and there needs to be more great organizations that get a chance at these contracts, because that's part of it, is that the commissioners, especially Commissioner in F, is taking kickbacks. Taking kickbacks from certain organizations so that they're not allowed in the contract bidding. And they want to be a part of this. They want to be a part of the solution, but they can't get in there because he's already made deals with his elite buddies in these organizations that have
good old
first
boy
rights.
Network, don't you know?
That's what it is. Well, that's why we can't put more millionaires in there, because they're just going to keep being on the hook with their elite friends. The casino heir, the multi-million-dollar casino heir who lives on the castle out in Spanish Ridges. Give me a break. I'm not against all millionaires, but I'm just saying, how does this guy know what it's like to work paycheck to paycheck? What has he done for the community besides show up to some fundraisers with a couple $100s worth of toys and say, I got the endorsement from the police? Yeah, okay, dude. What about the other one? She's a multimillionaire real estate person. Who do you think she's gonna give the kickbacks to? Who do you think she's gonna be working with when she gets in there?
You should put a face with all these things you're talking about.
They already know. I already said their names, and they can look them up. They'll know who District F.
Nobody wants to do homework.
People know. Well, Matt, again, Winterhawk, he put your opponents in there in the comments, so people will know.
Yeah.
But back to the F1 real quick, and these large events that come in, because you just were touching on that, and then we went to a different subject.
Homelessness, which we'll get back to.
No,
because we got some ideas.
The trafficking.
Yeah.
Because I have read so many things. I've been involved in with charities for over 30 years, and they rescue kids, and I'm very knowledgeable when it comes to that subject. And it amazes me that is just a magnet for trafficking. And that really needs to be, I'm glad you're doing what you're doing. I'm glad you're shedding light on that, because that is one of those things that people want to, just shove under the rug, and we can't. Not where Nevada sits in this nationwide, not with those statistics.
Yeah. Second highest in the United States. What are we doing that's ruining this whole thing? And a big part of it is, and I hate to say it because it's not all casinos, it's not all people in casinos, but they attract the richest of the rich. And when you put money and freedom and access together, along with these butlers and concierges that are connected to these casinos, they can get you whatever you want.
Yeah, it's an adult playground.
Don't pretend casinos and liaisons and concierges and butlers. Don't pretend that you're not doing this exact same thing, because we know that you are. And there's been people that have broken this out in stories, undercover stories, and given it to the FBI, and the FBI has shut it down. Because who are the most powerful people in this city? It is the corporation casinos, and they don't want to look bad. But I even have heard of the casino that I work for, which I'm going to remain nameless. People can do research. One of the head guys in there at one of the managers' meetings, he poked fun at the fact that there is human trafficking going on, like ladies of the night. Like they even kind of up the place where they know that these ladies hang out and pick up these guys, right? There's been multiple places at other casinos where this guy came in as an undercover character, and he said he wanted to get a young boy. And the guy was like, I got a guy who I can connect you with. Like these people are looking. They
facilitate this stuff and just make it,
they're looking for tips.
Yeah,
they'll do
gross.
Anything for tips.
It's gross.
Anything. Even if it's underage. We saw it with Jovanovich, the Israeli cyber security expert guy who got caught on a sting amongst like pastors, a few pastors, and then this Israeli cybersecurity guy.
Yeah, I remember that.
And he was like, and then our state officials said it was okay for him to leave the state. He got caught in a sex predator sting, and he's allowed to leave the country. And he's even allowed to just go to court through video.
Wasn't that Seagal? That let
His
him...
name's Alec. Oh,
no. Didn't
Signal Chatter?
No, Seagal, or U.S. attorney in Nevada. Didn't she let him go?
Seagal.
Is that how you say it?
Seagal Chatter.
There you go.
Didn't she let him go back?
She was a part of it.
Out of the country, right?
She was a part of it. Wolfson pushed it to her, so Wolfson said it wasn't him, so it was.
Yeah, I think Wolfson was upset about it. Actually,
that's what the Review Journal posted. Yeah. So apparently, he was able to go back. That makes no sense. We're second highest in the United States, and you're going to allow this guy, whether he's an Israeli cyber security official or not, and he's allowed to leave. Mm-hmm. This is the exact problem. There's no accountability there if you know the right people.
Okay. So you know the county commission is in charge of budgeting for all the departments, recorder, assessor, treasurer, county clerk, UMC. They're in charge of all that budgeting. Mm-hmm. So are there county fees or departments you believe should be audited or reduced?
All should be audited.
What kind of audit?
Doge it up.
Like a forensic audit?
Where's the money going? Where's the accountability? Where's the ways and means? Where's the checks and balances? We need a full-scale emergency red. Where is the money going? Like the cannabis money. Like I understand it went into a rainy day fund. Sisolak used it because of COVID. Now where's it going? I'm being told now because there's not a ton of money coming in through it. And I think that's complete BS. I know people in the cannabis industry. I know how much they're bringing in. Millions of dollars. Where is the money going? So the only way you're going to be able to do that is if the budget is transparent. That's where that's so important, is having that interface. And we'll be able to prove it. See, that's the thing. Vote for me, District F, GOP primary in June, so that we can find out where the money is going. That will be the first thing that I work on, is a digital interface. Because once you find the money and where it's going, you can fix a lot of these problems. Because now you can actually start allowing the public to see, hey, we've got this much for this much and this much. And I can't be bought. I'm not going to be bought because I'm supposed to be put here. And I really don't want somebody to go crazy and start shooting at me or something. But my whole thing is to try to help children. We're second highest in the United States. We need to do something. And if nobody's going to do it, Jesus sent me to do it then. And that's what I'm going to do.
Let's talk about other issues in District F. That's a huge one. Roads. Let's talk about roads. We have millions and millions and oodles of money sitting for roads that are dedicated to take care of our roads. And if you go down Rainbow, Flamingo, Spring Mountain, Desert Inn, Valley View, Jones, all the Buffalo, Durango. I mean, you Decatur, go in this Spring Valley.
Dean Martin, yeah.
What in the world? I mean, every single day, these people are having to drive these roads huge potholes. It ruins the cars, over time. They are dilapidated. Justin, you have completely failed District F in the road maintenance.
Well, he cost us
area.
$8 million for
80.
or $80 million
80
for,
million.
for deleting a text message.
80 million.
So that's not really accountable. Do we want
So-
more Democrats to get in there to do the same thing?
Where does that sit in priority when we, the taxpayers, hold on, of District F, I have lived in District F for 32 years, okay? And when we are paying our taxes and we're paying all these business license fees and all this stuff that we do, because I've been a business owner, yet they can't keep up the roads so it doesn't destroy our vehicles, that really burns my britches.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. It really does. It pisses me off as well because there's no accountability of how long these road construction projects are going to go. Nobody, and I think that's a big problem, is that there's no communication about it. They believe that they're the mob of the road. I think a company even calls themselves mob. And so they don't let anybody know how long they're going to be at a place or what they're going to be doing. So nobody can really plan around it, right? Eventually they just go to work one day and then the whole road is gone, right? And it doesn't seem like they're doing any work. So what I think there needs to be done, like the budget, there needs to be accountability on the construction of the road. So we need to know what's coming up next. What are we planning? How can people put in applications to be able to have certain things fixed? Where is that in the system? How far is it going to be? What, based off of emergency signal, like how long is it going to take to fix this? It's the same thing with the sidewalks. There needs to be like a public transportation sort of interface where people can look and see like, how long is this construction thing going to go? Who has the construction contract? How much are they spending on this? Because again, that's another part of it, is if you ask them to stay accountable, they'll say, well, we only have a certain amount of money to do this. How much money do we have? Well, blah, 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 blah. Nobody knows. Like, we think we have all this money for roads and sidewalks.
Oh, no, there is. Commissioner Gibson was on the show, and he told us all this money that is sitting in this account, and it's dedicated just for road maintenance.
Well, I'd like to know how much it is, how much they've spent on it, what contracts they've given out, and where is the actual accountability on the timing of the construction?
I would like to see, I would say, I don't know if the commissioners drive their district. What general part of District F do you live? What general area?
I live in Southern Highlands.
Okay, so you're way down south.
Yep.
So you're in a much newer area and part of District F.
Correct.
So you come up and you take a look at some of the older parts of District F.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what I would say is yes. So when you go to these parts and you're driving in District F, it's your district, right? I would think Justin Jones would want to take ownership of his district.
He's on his way out.
And maintain, I'm saying for how long he's been there. You would think that if you're caring for a district, that you would go to all parts of your district and then prioritize those roads that are the worst. You put those at the top, but they are doing work down in the southern part. What did Commissioner Gibson say? Eastern 215, or Eastern and St. Rose Parkway, or somewhere down there. Much newer roads than what you have in the Spring Valley area. So in my opinion, I would think that the older roads that are worse, that are completely destroyed and falling apart, that they would put those at the top of the list to fix those and then work their way to the newer ones.
Well, how often has, let's just say federally, how often have they prioritized lower income areas over higher income areas? Most of the time.
What are those stats?
That's a good question. We'd have to look that up. But I would say, based off of what you said,
what would you do?
There needs to be a priority of what needs to be fixed. And it can't be based on, because it's a place of poverty, it needs to be based on what tangibly needs to be fixed, how is it causing public safety issues, and how can we work on prioritizing the emergency ones? Because yes, there needs to be accountability, there needs to be responsibility on how you handle the budget. We want to try to save children. We want to try to make sure that the public has safe sidewalks and no potholes and they're not ruining their cars. But if you're looking at a newer place and you're like, I want to prioritize this because one of my donors lives in this area and this is more of a concern for them, that is a huge red flag. So we need to make sure that we're working on a priority list of where these places are. And we need a team, like a task force that is going out. And I'm sure Department of Transportation has a team that works really well. They need to start making a list of things and putting them in emergency priority, which I'm sure they do on some level. But we need to make it more public, I believe. We need to be more communicative about what we're doing so that it's not necessarily like, oh, they're not doing anything, they're not spending any money, they're spending it all in this place. Let's see it. Let's put it all on the table. I think this is the age of transparency. And I think to be transparent holds people accountable.
What they like to do is down in your area, I'm sure you don't see gutters full of trash all around Southern Highlands. I've been in real estate 32 years here. I know what Southern Highlands looks like. Yeah. I know, how that is down there. Very nice. But you go to the older parts and they ignore the older parts of the valley.
Yeah, they probably think, oh, it's going to get dirty again. Why?
Those gutters, sidewalks are just completely, you saw my video. And it's all that trash in the gutters. In the street cleaners are like non-existent. But they allow that part. They wouldn't allow that in Southern Highlands. That doesn't happen down there. Why? Why does it happen in the older parts? What would you do about that?
There's more homeless out there. They have more commercial traffic. They've got more tourists than down south does. And so we have to put that into accountability and perspective. But that doesn't mean that it's an excuse for leaving.
Does that mean to not send street cleaners out, not clean up the trash, not clean the sidewalks so people have a safe place? I mean, when we did that video, you couldn't even walk down the sidewalk hardly. Yeah. So how would you prioritize? Are you going to treat every neighborhood and every area of District F equal?
Yeah, I think we have to. I think that's key, is being able to not just to divide it into because they make lower income, or it's more of a trafficked place, or it's more of a more tourist traveled place. We need to make sure that these streets are clean and the sidewalks are safe, and that includes trash, and that also includes our water safety as well. That includes the clarity of the water, the healthiness of the water, and that we know that lower income places deal with that sort of situation. Trash, pollution, water, air quality too. Some of these businesses, I think what they would say is probably they have a tougher time with it because more of these people, the community, they don't care as much. And I don't think that's the truth. I think, though, what would be nice is let's get the community involved as well in taking pride in their area as well. Because I know the people in Southern Highlands, they really pride, they want to take care of their neighborhood as well. So I think it needs to be a mixture of community help, and it needs to be a mixture of the state and the city helping out as well. But yes, all places need to be prioritized, especially, like I said, on an emergency, and it needs to have efficiency level. We need to have a list, and I think the public needs to know about it. They need to see hey, we're on this. This is what we're doing. These are kind of our priorities right now, and there needs to be a way for the community to be able to be a part of it. Hey, guys, we need some help here. Can we get some people to come out and to help this street? Because man, look, it's horrible. And this is where our priorities are right now. We need to fix this, this, and this, and this. We're not going to be able to get to it until then. At least tell the community. Because we get it. It's the state is not, as Republicans, we don't expect the government to take care of everything for us, right? I mean, that's like a socialist sort of democratic look at it.
But when we're paying our taxes and there is money sitting there and it is budgeted for certain things to maintain the district, that's what it needs to do.
Well, because the commissioner says it's there. Like I said, there's no transparency in where it's at. It's theoretically there, but it might not show up there until 9 months after they have to actually to show it up. Because then they can move things from here to there and to there and to whatever. If the budget is transparent and you get to see it refresh every 24 hours, you'll know that it's there.
Yeah.
There will be no place for them to hide.
That was one of the greatest things that Andy Matthews did when he took over, made the checkbook transparent, where the people of Nevada see where that money is going. That is our money. Tax dollars, it is our money. We have the right, just like the federal government, any kind of government that is taking in taxes and using our money for these expenses. Yes, we should see the checkbook. We should see everything where it's going and contracts, all of that transparency. That we shouldn't even have to ask for stuff like that. It should be an automatic and a duty to the public that you serve that these things are open and people can see them whenever they want to.
Well, I haven't heard any of my opponents bring any of this stuff up. I haven't heard about.
Well,
any
one of
their
your
issues.
opponents is going to come on the show, so
You should
that
grill 'em
yeah, we will be asking
and be like,
those.
"I'm looking for a public debate. And don't be a chicken."
Well, Mr. Charafi, hour goes by very, very quick around here. I want to thank you for being on the show. Is there anything that you want to say that we haven't covered?
Anything on your platform, the high, top 3, top 5 of your platform that we haven't.
Well, first, obviously, it's child safety.
Right.
It's working against child trafficking. It's the budget transparency.
Mhm.
That's huge. Education reform. We need to start working, giving incentives to good teachers that are more than just teachers, that are being mentors, being coaches. And I've heard some people say, we don't want teachers to become second parents. Like, dude, it's too late.
And
They
what
spend more time with our kids sometimes than we do some days because we work.
And what do the commissioners have to do with that?
Glad you asked.
Yeah.
So there are a ton of things that you can do as a commissioner to work with the education board, right? You can work, especially with the schools in your district, right? As commissioner, you can get people to answer your calls. You can start connecting organizations together to hold accountability, to have creative ideas and endeavors. That is the power of the office, the public office of that.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you're able to be commissioner, you're able to get these people together in a room. You're able to talk things out. Maybe they haven't been able to do that. Maybe they don't have a commissioner that's willing to step up like that in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I also think we need.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, yes. And we work with the budget as well for schools. So that's a huge part of it. It's like, hey, where's the money go? Let's start working on getting incentives. Like, hey, you're a great teacher. You've done this great mentoring. We got to figure out how it's peer reviewed, but also let's give them incentives on property taxes or something. You know what I mean? Like I get that, like you don't get into becoming a teacher to become like the richest person in the world,
Right.
but let's get good teachers here to keep them here.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, they get overrun. There's too many classes. They got to buy supplies, their own, and then some of these kids, they feel like the teachers don't care. And then even the ones that do care, they get overwhelmed by these kids who think that no teacher cares.
Yeah.
And so they label them as problems. I've heard some people say that I respect, say that we just need to get rid of all the problem kids. And I'm like, that doesn't necessarily fix the issue.
Like not feed the homeless.
Right. Yeah. No, we need to support them. We need to get these kids involved with wanting to learn again.
They're humans. They're not rats.
They're not cattle. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. They're people. And I think there's incentives to get these kids to learn as well. And it's not necessarily money, but money does help make things a little bit more fun. I would say also animal safety. That's a huge thing here, is that we're having backyard breeding. A lot of these dogs and cats need to get euthanized in animal shelters. And we need to figure out a way in order to support our animal friends as well. I'm a huge animal lover. I've got 3
you're
dogs.
against euthanizing.
Yeah, I mean, I love that idea of them making it illegal for them to sell dogs and cats in pet shops now. And you got to go to the animal shelter and go get a dog that's been waiting there for 3-4 years.
Right.
You know what I mean? Let's support them too. It's all kind of a synchronistic sort of part of being human. Is we're supposed to be the caretakers, right? And we have to be responsible in that regard.
Well, Mr. Charafi, Mark is going to zoom in on you, and you could say whatever. Come to my website. Vote for me. I'm Charafi. Whatever you want to say.
Your contact info so people can reach you.
Charafi for F. Whatever floats your boat.
Yeah. Well, my name's Joseph Charafi. We're here at this wonderful show, and I just want to thank you guys so much, and thank you for everything you do to support our county and city. If you would like to support me, please go to charafifornevada.com. You can follow me on Instagram at jcharafi. I mean, honestly, if you just look up my name, you could probably find all the stuff about it. But I would really love your support to try to, no more millionaires in office. I'm not against millionaires, but when they're in office and they're really deeply connected to the casino industry, to the real estate industry, when all they do is show up at these hidey-tidy, snooty dinners that you got to pay $60 to be a part of, how about voting for somebody who has a clear idea, who has the courage to stand up to these people and is fighting for children's safety, not just in Las Vegas, but also Nevada and also the United States. I would love for you to join me on this journey and help support our team to make it possible for us to be able to make a huge impact in our city. more than any other county commissioner has ever done in the last 30 years. So I'm Joseph Charafi, and I am running for District F County Commissioner.
Well, thank you, Mr. Charafi, for being on the program. Thank you, Ms. Phillips. Folks, that's Joseph Charafi, candidate for Clark County Commission District F. We hope that this show is informative, and there's going to be many, many candidates running for County Commission District F. Make sure you're educated before you go to the voting booth. And we know that the tax year ends on December 31st. And if you want to write a donation, send it to veteransinpolitics.org and go on our donation site. This is Steve Sanson, Stephanie Phillips with Veterans in Politics. Until next time.